Shalom, 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 shalom. Great glory, great praise. Welcome, beloved. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. It is very good to be here. Today is a deck, and oh crap. There we go. I'm looking for the books. I have so many things in here. I'm slipping up. Kid seems to find the book here. There you go. All right. Give me a moment, beloved. I would get thing going on. Uh, there we go. All right, that's good. Thank you. As I'm advancing in age, my eyes are starting to fail me. There you go. That's better. That's better. That's better. Now, beloved, welcome. Give me a one if you can hear me and see me well. Then again, forgive me. There's a lot of kids outside, and we are going to be loud. You're going to hear them talking, playing, running, music. If you do hear that, please disregard. Please disregard this. In the meantime, I will ask the nation to keep the beloved sister Delia Jackson in your prayer. She is going for surgery. She's going for surgery next Wednesday. To keep the beloved in your prayer, please. Um, she's being sick for quite some time now. Welcome, beloved. We are going to study the book by France Bardon, The Practice of Magical Evocation. We are students. We're just studying and find out more things every day, and we are learning. That's all that is. That has nothing to do with anything else. We're just looking for the knowledge. We are seeking the wisdom that we had vomited but in the past and swallow up the throw up of the Gentiles. Last time we stopped at number 50, aka Daniel. We're going to move in with number 51. Those are the 72 Genii, the 72 intelligences or angels of the Mercurian sphere, aka sphere. Now, because of that, the so-called Kokav sphere, it, Mercury is known as the intellect planet. Okay, the intellectual, that's where you get the information, and so to speak, and that's where it is said your guardian angels reside. Well, not reside because they are just like walkers. They have people that are above them. Okay, they are just the one that they sent to guard over you, and the one that they sent, better yet, to serve you. Okay, to do whatever you want, whatever your wish is. However, there are certain skills and certain level you have to attain to get that. Now, beloved, since we are studying a book that talk about like manipulation of energy, We will not tolerate any bully in the chart. We will not tolerate any buffoonery. If someone you are in the chart causing issue and you try to come up against our line, the moderators will not hesitate. They will hide you, and I will not unhide you. Let us keep on moving. Let us keep on proceeding to the study. Since we stop at number 51, let us move to number 50. Since we stop at number 50, let us move to number 51. Now, 51, Ahasaya. Okay. He is an art initiator of Hermetic knowledge. This genius will give the student correct information about magic and the Kabbalah, and he will also teach him astrophysics, astrochemistry, and alchemy. Now, astrophysics, astroalchemy, and astrochemistry, there is a lot of facade. For instance, alchemy is multifarious. Alchemy varies. There's a part of alchemy that take care of metals. There's a part of alchemy that take care of the biological human body, the anatomy. Well, occult alchemy. Like for instance, when you're cooking, that's alchemy. Preparing a food, half a teacup of chopped onions, salt, water, rice, whatever you're cooking. That's alchemy. That's a part of it. It's a huge science. It's virtually unlimited. It has so many things in it. You know, making a drink, a smoothie, or some type of some type of when I talk about making a smoothie, uh, someone has shared with me, another student. He's quite advanced though. A student of ours, a brother of ours, one of a sensei, um, one of sensei student. He's very advanced. In fact, he's been. I think he's pretty advanced. He's not a master yet, but he's pretty advanced. And he had shared with me a smoothie. This smoothie is for us men. Uh, it will help us men. It's a smoothie to lose weight and keep you on your feet. And will keep you on your feet for a lot longer. It will help you if you got weak legs. So it will help you strengthen your 11th finger. Yeah. So he had shared the drink with me, the smoothie, and there's another fellow, another student, and this dude, remember the guy? Remember we tell the story about like there was a dude. He wasn't a student though. He heard one of the masters talking about putting a white candle inside of a glass of water, and then your guardian angel will talk to you at night. He wasn't even a student. He heard that. He went home. He did it. Next thing you know, the giant being came out of his womb, and then he fled. He run. The same dude. He's not a student. He's the same fellow, the same scumbag guy. He went ahead he went ahead of everyone. He went and did the smoothie. And then he called back and then he started complaining about the whole thing. Hey man, I've been walking on my feet all day. I've been all night. If I didn't have a wife, I would have been a great issue, man. And I almost ended up in the hospital and my legs are hurting me right now and stuff. And the guy like, yo, first of all, you're not even a student here. And you keep coming over here. You never did anything that has to either helping you or this guy was looking for shortcut, you know? But of course, when the masters are teaching, they really don't want to, exclude people. If you come, you come. But this guy is complaining. He say, man, I would never ever drink this thing again. I'll never drink this thing, man, because I've been working up all night. I can't sleep. If I'm sleeping, my body don't touch the bed. And if the wife wasn't there, I would have been in a greater trouble. So I would never. And the master's like, yo, why are you coming here? You never come here with a positive thing. He's always you trying things and complain about it. He never come bragging. There are many things that they gave us. I believe he tried mostly all of them. He never had any issue. The moment this dude have an issue, he's the first to raise his hand. He's the first to complain about it. Yeah, so and then I have the recipe there, and it will be, if somebody need it, I will mail it to you. But it will be in the book, of course, when our books get out, Regin. Okay. Now, because of the alchemy and stuff, and the whole story just popped up in my mind. All right then. Oh, here we go. Astrochemistry and alchemy. In addition, he will teach the student to elevate his spirits to the various planes and spheres and to act consciously in those spheres on the basis of special methods that the student receives from this genius. He will be able to make his mental, astral, and physical body invisible. This is very important now. This is one thing that I want to do whenever I'm going to, whenever, whatever realm, no one see me except for the Holy One. I don't know if it's that necessary, but that's what I would have want. That's what I would want. When I go anywhere, I don't want anybody to know that I'm here or see me. This fellow, Ahasaya, can help you do that. Crazy. Furthermore, hang on. Is that what that is? Oh, right. Furthermore, all right, the student will be able to change particular causes in the Akasha principle in order to avert the consequences. There are also additional advantages that the student will derive from contact with this genius. He will learn how to prepare various healing remedies, be they spagyric or spagyric, or alchemical herbal mixtures or medicinal pharmaceutical preparation. So this fellow mostly deal with alchemy and preparation of stuff. Okay, and then again, chemistry is a part of alchemy. I would say the chemistry is a lower form, or well, I won't say a lower form, but it's kind of like not a higher form of alchemy. Okay, chemistry, mixing things, herbs and powders and stuff, and come up with things to explode or heal yourself. So it's pretty much the same thing. All right, he will should the student field be the art of healing, he can develop into a excellent physician under the guidance of this genius, and he will have success in healing this fellow man, and he will enjoy a great popularity among his patients. 52. Imamaya. Imamaya is the name of the 52nd genius of the Mercurian sphere. This genius gives the student the opportunity to become master over his fellow men, in particular over his adversaries. Okay? This genius will give you the ability to be master over your fellow men, especially an adversary. You'll be master over this person. This is powerful, man. He shows the student ways to control them. He shows the students way to control them. With the help of Imamaya, prisoners can regain their freedom, either through direct magical intervention or through influencing the particular authority who decides to release or pardon of prisoner. Now, well, let's stop here for a moment. If you got number 52, Imamaya, that can help you control your fellow men. Technically, this angel gives you power to control people. Okay? That means, therefore, most likely the opposite guy can do pretty much the same. If not, there probably there's some demons out there that give powers for you to control people. And that's how the so-called 83 been able to control our people, through demonic things. That's how a lot of our people are controlled. There's nothing they can do. A lot of our people are out of their mind. They can be controlled whether through money or music, influence, intuition, education. That's how those people use those things to keep us down. They must have a demon out there, which I'm pretty sure there is. I just don't know which one it is that do things like that. Excuse me. Imamaya is special initiator of astrology in regards of magic and Kabbalah, so that the student will gather valuable advice. Valuable advice. Where is it? The student may receive information. Uh, Valuable advice, gathering information about every sciences on earth. Imamaya is also very fond of cheerfulness, entertainment, and amusement. Okay, he will bring about situations so that the student will receive his share in this respect and not be disappointed. Okay, so Imamaya likes cheerfulness, entertainment, and amusement. Okay, I don't know, comedy, party, being having a good time. He just like being happy, just a cheerful person, a cheerleader, so to speak. 53. Nanael. Nanael is the 53rd genius of the Mercurian sphere. It must certainly be the wish of every advanced student to have the ability to understand and control every species of animal. You heard that? Let me say this again, all right? It must certainly, again, when the masters are speaking, you got to pick up on the words. It must certainly be the wish of every advanced student to have the ability to understand and control every species of animal. Now, I don't know about you. I want to do this. I want to have the ability to not only understand every species and control them, understand mean to communicate with them, talk to them, and they talk to you. You understand them, and you can make them do whatever you want, whatever you please. Of course, we do know the whole proverb, whatever means soeth, shall that reap. Because if you use these animals, you control them, you make them do terrible things for you, and you're going to something going to happen to you. Okay. Nanael can initiate the student into this art so that he will be able to understand the language of all animals. All right. The language of all animals, because the animals, they talk too. They use many form of language, body language, telepathy. They use a lot. So Nanael will give you this ability. Pretty cool. Okay. The student will be able to magically transform his mental and astral body to such a degree that any animal will be aware of him. Okay. The student will also welcome the opportunity for Nanael to familiarize him, penetrate into the profoundest problems through appropriate meditation, and attain many magical abilities. The student can receive from this genius many magical methods which will enable him to control animal and the elements of all astral body of people and animals. Okay, that's really intense right here. You can control any animal or people if you know Nanael. All right then. 54. Nitaya. As a great friend of all artists, authors, and speakers who pursue high ideals, Nitaya will help them to become very famous. So if you are an artist, an author, writer, rapper, singer, or if you mess with art or anything for that matter, that's your boy right there. He makes the student very popular among personalities in high position in the earthly sense. But he, oh boy, but he also makes the student popular with higher spiritual beings. Ha! You heard that? Niftael can make you more popular with higher spiritual beings. What is another word for higher spiritual beings? He gives the student the opportunity to walk on the path of good fortune and success and leads him to blissfulness. Nitael can give the student information on every subject on this earth, and he is always ready to assist the student. Higher beings. Anybody? He also make the student popular with higher spiritual beings. There are plenty word. Well, angel is one. There's the word the Gentiles use to, they love use it. They love to give those things credits. Oh, they build the pyramid. They got base in Area 51. They are living in Antarctica, and they are walking around in human truth. Yeah. You know one thing, those things can come here. They don't come here. They can, but they cannot do whatever the hell they want to do here. This is a We are the children of the mighty one. For lack of a better term, this is gonna come out wrong, but we are a protected species. We are a protected species. They can come over there and poach us and stuff like that. They cannot people there are so many rules. You can't just come to Earth and crash your spaceship there or do whatever. There are so many rules that things. Anyway, man, we will leave it at that because we really don't want to get into conspiracy theories and all the scum stuff. But anyway, yeah. 55. Mibaya. Mibaya helps infertile women by giving the student instructions on how to eliminate the causes of infertility. Wherever it is welcome, he calls forth love and helps the student attain success, honor, esteem, fame, dignity, and authority. Damn. He is an art initiator of true cosmic religion and faithful helper of the path of perfection. That's number 55. Uh, if your angel is number 55, you can bear the same quality. Help infertile women, give you all sort of things that you want. 56. Poiel or Poiel. Excuse me. When they say Poiel or Poiel, it's just spelling things. Okay. Everything that the student requires for his livelihood, his studies, his profession, and for his earthly life in general can be attained with the help of this genius. The student can always depend on Poiel support. The student can always find out from this genius everything from the past, the present, and the future. And Poiel will call forth love and sympathy wherever it's desirable. The student will be given information that is unknown to him about occult philosophy, magic, and Kabbalah, and he will be given extensive support by this genius during his studies. Poiel, 56. 57. Nemamiah. This genius can reveal the student the secrets of magical transformation. That is, the student will attain the ability to transform his own mental and astral body into any kind of form of figure. Boom. Any kinds of form or figure. That is why when you go to the astral plane or to the mental plane, you don't trust everything that look like something you were looking for, because it could be anybody that can take the form of your, I don't know, your grandfather and stuff. You have to question them and ask them key question. If it's not that person, they will just leave. It could be a negative spirit come there and trick you. Thank you for that word, Galactic Federation. Oh boy, they love that word. The Galactic Federation waiting here to rapture Earth. Yeah, yes. Uh-huh. All right then. He will also be able to transform the mental and astral body of any other person into any kind of form. Okay. Not only you can do that to yourself, you can do that for other people that wish to do that too. Okay. All right. It should be obvious that this ability is great significance because it's offered the student valuable possibility in regards to magical knowledge. Another ability which the student attains under the guidance of this genius is the ability to magically mummify the elements in order to be protected against any influences of the elements. Nemamiah entrusts the student with magical practices which enables him to make the blind see, to become clairvoyant, to make his body resistant, and thus able to effortlessly endure all the trials and tribulation of life and be successful in every respect, to eliminate any passion, to call forth love, and to increase and decrease love, to release prisoner, and much, much more. Damn! Woo! Imamaya is strong. Imamaya can give you the ability, okay, to strengthen your body and make your body endure life and go to all sort of things and make you release prison and stuff. And then again, like I said, brethren, you know, it's a whole nother thing behind this war. There's a lot of stuff going on out there. So yeah, that that's what that fellow can do. Okay, all right. It can make you call forth love, increase love, decrease love, you know, and things like that. It can make you do, you know, everything. So now, this this genius is especially fond of inspiring technical engineers and helping them develop new inventions, especially in the steel industry. So yes, 58. Yeialel. Okay, there's Yeialel and there's Yeialel. Yeialel or Yeialel. It's just the J and Y. So this Genesis art is an initiator. He initiates the student into spheric magic and the astrology of the spheres. The student can learn great wisdom from the instructions of this genius. He will learn about the various powers and effects of the individual sphere and their common influences upon the zone gathered in the earth and upon our physical worlds. It will also learn how to calculate these influences for mantic purposes and then practically apply this knowledge for magic and the Kabbalah. In addition, the student will learn how to become an absolute master over all the beings of the elements in the sphere, and he will learn how to increase his magical powers and authorities. 59. Arahel. This genius is also an authority in astral magic. Okay, he teaches the student how to transfer magical powers into precious stones. So when you have a precious stones, like let's say you have a blood eye, a tiger blood, a tiger eye, I believe a tiger eye. This genius or whatever these angels, they can teach you how to transfer specific magical power into this tiger eye or tiger things. Any precious stones, diamonds, What else? Ruby, is that what that is? Ruby. Um, what else? Stones we have? Amethyst, blue sapphire, the 12 stone that is upon the breast of Aaron. So now you understand those things were supercharged. They had all sort of things in them. They had all sort of things in them. So that's what this thing can help you do. Excuse me. A student who is in contact with this genius will be entrusted with special methods for the prenatal education of children. Ah, that's good. That's like one of the essential fellow if we come in contact with, because we need our children to be educated from the womb. So they were born, you know. Wait, hang on. What am I saying? Is it to the women out there? Is prenatal before the birth or after the birth? Prenatal, right? Before that kid get out of that portal, or or like after that kid get out. Is that what that is? Before, when he's still in the spiritual realm, right? I should have known this. Pre mean before and natal mean birth. What the hell is going on? But anyway, so prenatal to educate this child while this child is being formed. Okay, and 9 months, so to speak, this child already went to high school, college, university, and then when this kid born, he just go up with the knowledge in his mind. That's what that is. That's really important right there. Okay. A student who is in contact with the children will entrust with special methods for the prenatal education of children. Furthermore, he will be taught methods which will eliminate infertility in women. Ahasaya is a friend of all GE, because if I say the word, freaking YouTube going to do stuff to me. Obstetricians, midwives, etc. This genius is well versed in all the sciences that exist on earth. Therefore, he can give the student precise information about everything. Should the student be a businessman and should his interests include stock markets transaction, then Ahahel will give the student good tips by pointing out the stocks that will increase in value as well as those who will lose their value. Now, if you have a angel, okay, now you see how the Warren Buffett, the guys that are really good in stocks. Now you see how the Ryan Buffetts can do this, because if they can gain contact, I'm pretty sure there's a demon out there that able to give them information about stocks. Okay, a higher will give you information when the stocks will increase, when one will decrease. Remember, anytime you're dealing with stocks, you buy low. When the stocks is pretty when the stocks is cheap, you buy low stocks. Okay, all right, and then when the stock's going to be high, you sell. You buy low, you sell high. I used to mess with this thing, and then I realized that, oh man, you need a hell of a lot more. You need to know the future to invest in the stocks. And I lost a few bucks. I still got my portfolio with what is this company name again? Oh man, Robin Hood. I still got my portfolio with them. I had like the $20 in there. I own stocks from boy, what is it again? What is the stock that I own? I remember I own GoPro stocks, and that's it. I think that I own one stock. I even won like half of us. So okay, it's, this guy gives you information about stock market if you're about that stuff. So you know. Mizrael 60. And the name of the 60th is Mizrael. Should the student require dexterity and skillfulness? Dexterity. Is that what that is? What is, somebody define the word dexterity? Is that what, somebody know what that is? Dexterity? It's dexterity. All right. Dexterity, noun, skill and performing tasks with their hands, the ability to do something skillfully, mental dexterity, spiritual dexterity. Dexterity is the skill and performing task with hands. Okay? All right, dexterity. So if you want the ability to perform, which is pretty much all the stuff. If you're a surgeon, you will want to have dexterity. If you are a cook, you cook in a restaurant, you cook at home, anybody will want that, man. You would want like super skill with your hands. Drawing, writer, musician, playing the instrument, I don't know, fighting. You will need that dexterity. I was not aware of that. Yes, mastery. This is beautiful right there. Okay. Um, should the student require dexterity and skillfulness in his chosen profession, he should turn to this genius because he will help him in this respect. And this respect, or in that respect, not disrespect as disrespectful, okay? It will help him in that respect, okay? So, for instance, if you let's say you are a nurse or whatever, you want to be super skillful at your job, you can call this fellow Israel, and then it will help. And there are certain profession you use your hands to do certain stuff, and you can call him Israel, and I'm pretty sure he will. But anyway, if religious philosophy and other sciences are of interest to the student, he can be initiated by Mizrael into all fields of knowledge, and he can achieve greatness as self-taught scholar. Ah, you see that? This genius is also well versed in alchemy, and the student can learn how to prolong his life through alchemical spagyric remedies and how he can mummify his body, and furthermore, mental illness can be successful here. Now, brethren, you see what's going on here? We must and we suppose and we have to learn about mummify. We have to learn about mummifying certain things. Mummifying doesn't technically require you to be dead. It's just a state of sleep. Is that what that is? Did I give the example of the movie Prometheus? Did I talk about the movie Prometheus? The scene where the so-called the engineers were mummify themselves. That's a form of mummification. Doesn't have to be wrapping your butt, like a bunch of bandage, like one of those Scooby Doo cartoon and all that nonsense. But this is a form of mummify. For instance, let's say you want to. There is a great destruction that is coming, and you see it coming, and you find out like the only way for you to survive this is to go hide under the subterranean wall in your own castle that you built, and you mummify yourself for like 200 years. And after 200 years, if somebody don't find you, you wake up, you come on the earth, you blend it with the population. You just, it's a form of preservation. Mummification is a preservation thing. The mummy that they are showing us, they're all dead and wrapped around. That's not a true mummy. The one that they show, they are like flesh and blood. They're just asleep. Yes, that's the word. In a state of suspended animation. You see, when you're moving like this, you're animated. But when you're still, you're suspended. If you even do animation, you know how hard it is to animate it frame by frame. You know? This is beautiful right there. All right. Yeah. Mummification is bad, and furthermore, how mental illness can be successfully healed. This genius is willing to give. This genius is willing to give the student information about the divine virtues of and their influences, and also about the most multifarious magical abilities. He will teach the student to liberate those human beings who are persecuted by their enemies and how to render such enemy harmless. 61. Umabel. No magician will neglect to contact this genius because he will achieve considerably more through this contact than he imagines. For example, he will achieve in his earthly life form good fortune and contentment, friendship and love, recreational and rejuvenating executions with the necessary financial means, instruction in alchemy, specifically about the utilization of the elements for various alchemical purposes, such as turning water into wine and vice versa. Then again, like we said, anything alchemy has so many stuff going on with it. It's not only metal. Okay, with alchemy, you can turn bread into something else, into, I don't know. You can turn rock into bread. That is why that fellow was tempting the brother. Say, hey, if you are truly the son of the Holy One, turn this rock into bread, because they can do that. Alchemy is just transmutation. You know, you can transmute water into wine. And if you go to a party, you don't drink wine, and that's all they give. They give you a bottle loaded with wine. You just say what you need to say, then the wine turn into water, and then you drink it. Okay, you can actually probably can turn the wine into vodka or beer or into any kind of juice. There is one superhero that is very good. I would say this is probably the best top alchemy. His name is Firestorm. Anybody familiar with Firestorm? Firestorm can transmute pretty much anything. It can transmute your shirt into food, into metal, into anything. Firestorm and Metamorphosis. Anybody familiar with Firestorm and Metamorphosis? Metamorphosis. Is that what that is? Metamorphosis. Yeah, Firestorm is pretty badass. He can kill Superman. He can, is that there's another dude. He's one of my favorite, superhero. His name is his name is Matter Eater Lad. Anybody familiar with Matter Eater Lad? Firestorm, Metamorphosis, and Matter Eater Lad. Really? No one? All right. Well, it's kind of fun. Matter Eater Lad is pretty fun. And Bouncing Boy. All right. Most people don't know. Okay, we'll leave it at that. He will receive instructions about the transmutations of metals and instruction in magic and Kabbalah. Umabel possesses such tremendous powers that he can, without exaggeration, turn total fools into wise men. All right, Umabel is good. Umabel has such a power, he can turn total wise men, a total fool into wise men, and vice versa. I don't know why it would turn a wise man into a fool. You could be too wise. If we have the power of Umabel, the entire earth would be cleaving to the Most High, man. Oh man, you would never get into an argument. The moment you get into an argument with a stubborn fool, you just hey, Umabel, deal with this fellow. Become wise as Solomon. All right. Okay, that's good. Umabel. Umabel has tremendous power. Okay, that's cool. Iahhel is he teaches the student the following to realize the divine virtue within himself, the art of meditation and concentration, to recognize the activities and effects of the Akasha principle, to gather profound wisdom from magic and the Kabbalah, to comprehend the essence of all philosophy. Iahhel initiates the student into the various arts. For example, how to change a staff or cane into a snake and vice versa. Anybody catch that? Anybody catch this? Nobody catch that? All right. Number 62. There you go. There, now you do know, you understand that our people, they were master initiate, man. Moses has went to 40 years study. He must have gained contact to all those guys. If you were able to control all those things, he must have gained contact to some of them. Now, we do know that Moses, had certain knowledge about 62. Okay? So, let me read it for you again. Iahhel 62 initiates the student into the various arts, for example, how to change a staff or a cane into a snake and vice versa. You can turn the staff into a snake, and you can take a snake and turn it into a staff. Similar to what Moses did before the Pharaoh, he teaches the student how to have all snakes gather in one location and how to make himself immune to snake poison so that even the most poisonous snake cannot harm him. Should the student request it, this genius will have him discover hidden treasures. See, when they told you to stay out of those books and stay in the Bible only, you would not have this understanding. You would not say, oh, so Moses was in contact with Jael. Okay? Crazy. 63, Anauel. Okay? Anauel, the student will be initiated by this genius and all the different kinds of treatments of ailments, whether it be with the help of remedies or through magic and the Kabbalah. The student learns how to prepare special protective amulets against various kinds of ailments and negative influences and how to load them accordingly. Furthermore, the student will receive power formulas, that is, magic words, as we know over here, word of power, with which he will be able to control any negative being of the Mercurian sphere and protect himself from any undesirable influences. This genius help all those human beings that are engaged in trade and money transaction, and he helps them to make money. Okay, that's your dude right here. If you need his help, he helps them to make inventions of any kind, a reality. He shows any kind. He helped them make any kind of invention in reality. Any kind of thing you can possibly imagine, he can help you make it. He shows them ways and means to hone their intellect and to attain excellent intuition. And he will gladly give the student information at any time about any field of knowledge on earth. That's cool right there, man. 63 is cool. That's cool. Anytime you ask, some of them are willing to give you whatever that you, because they are ordered to do this, but some of them are very strict. Only a few or specific group of people they will give information. They don't mess with everybody. So yeah. 64, Mehiel. This genius entrusts the student with power formulas, that is, magical formulas, again, word of power, which will change any enemy into a pile of ash should the life of the student be in danger, because these powers momentarily develop an incredible amount of heat. You heard what 64 can do? Can give you a word of power, which the masters have. I think I know certain word of power. Your enemy come face to face with you, your life is in danger. There ain't no joke in there, son. You just say that one word, bam, this enemy body will turn into ash, a pile of ash, because this word has so much heat in it. The moment you said it came out of your mouth, and this person will instantly burn and turn into a pile of ash. There's a reason why the mighty one, when he sent the angel to Lot, it told them, don't turn back, don't look back. And Lot's wife turned back, and then there was this entity that was there, say the word, and she turned into a pile of salt. Okay? So that's alchemy right there. They can turn your body into gold, into rocks. If you're familiar with mud fossil, all those giant bodies that are dragon laying down, that's alchemy. Few words of power, or you can shoot energy onto them and turn them into rock. They are still alive, but they will die slowly. Can you imagine being a giant? You freeze as a rock, and then thousands and thousands, literally millions of years pass, you're still alive. People are digging to your body, getting gold, getting water, plant food, walking all over you. Crazy, man. That's a horrible punishment right there. But that's what it takes when you F with the mighty one. So yeah. That is magical formulas which will change any enemy into a pile of ashes should the life of the student be in danger, because these powers momentarily develop an incredible amount of heat. That is why we told you don't say those words out loud. Some of them have, brethren, you really don't want to. Some of the word you can only say it once in your life. Some of the name of the Holy One, you can say it once in your life. One of them you can say it once every year. One of them you can say once a year. Okay? All right, you have to be careful. That is why our brethren are fighting over names. I laugh at them. So you have no idea. That's a certain names I refrain of using them, because when you do, certain effects happen. You don't use those things because I don't know. I use this name so I can, you use title, mighty one, holy one, and this, because now you are in this life. If you're in danger, or you want to call upon the name of the Holy One seriously when you're dealing with some serious stuff, you say any name, and there will be effect in it. And another word, brethren, for your word to have effect, what you should do with your mouth. If you want your hand, whatever that you will touch will bless, or whatever that you're blessing, you should keep your hand away from certain things. You should keep your mouth away from certain things. Other power formulas will tame the most rapacious or rapacious animal, or immediately calm and hostile and out of control mob. Okay, if there's a great mob coming after you, the student who is in contact with this genius will be initiated into many mysteries which to this day are still completely unknown. And he will also be initiated into all the sciences which are interests of him. Any student who is under Mehiel guidance will achieve a high level of erudition. Somebody define that word, erudition. Erudition or erudition? Erudition. Furthermore, the student can also become a famous literary figure, be able to develop within himself a great oratory talent. Excuse me. Learn how to become immune to decomposition through the elements, and consequently prolong his life as long as he wishes. There are so many angels that will show you how to protect yourself from decomposition and prolong your life as long as you wish. That means if you are a young man, okay, erudite, showing great knowledge, erudition, quality of having or showing great knowledge. So we are striving to be eruditites people. Eruditic, is that what that is? Eruditic people. Okay, we have to go after that. Okay, Mehiel is pretty badass. All right, show you how to heal your body against decomposition, and then you can prolong your life as long as you want. You can live to be some people, of course, you will not put in your driver license you were born, let's say 500 years from now. Yeah, I was born in the 70s. No, I was born in 2470. You took 500 years out of it, so you will look whatever age that you look. So crazy, man. Crazy. 65. Damabiah. The student can be initiated by this genius into symbolism and talismanology. That is, how to magically produce talisman and amulets. Okay. Furthermore, under the guidance of this genius, the student can reach the source of the highest wisdom which exists on our planet. Crazy. He will teach the student the laws of the microcosm and the macrocosm, and how to make use of these laws in magic and the Kabbalah. They always make a big difference between magic and Kabbalah, all right? and he will learn how to make the elements of water subject to his will in order to have any water animal under his control. That means you become a water wielder. Okay, you can wield water or water bender. Okay, you can make the water stand, take a form of a human, an animal, and anything like that. If you watch the movie Aquaman, you'll see how Queen Mera was using the water. Let me see if I can find this clip. That is, if I can find it. I don't know. Okay, well, the scene that I'm looking for is not in there, but okay, something like that. So I would put the sounds down so we won't get strike by YouTube. Okay, so this is little Aquaman right here. He's in the aquarium. Okay, he's in a school. Okay, so he's in a school field trip, and they are looking through an aquarium. So the students are walking around. This is little Aquaman. He's standing, and the fishes are standing still, watching him. Okay, so those bullies are making fun of him. They are beating him. They are beating him in front of the tank. You see this? Okay, the shark pushed them away. Okay, the shark came to protect him. And guess what he did? He raised his hand. Okay, you see what he did? He sent a wave of calmness, and he controlled the shark. He controlled all the animals. And his eyes glow, and all the water animals come right behind him. He's not someone you want to mess with. Okay? All right, so that's what you can do if you have this ability. Let me see. See if I can find Queen Mera. Well, she's not queen yet, but okay. The ability to control water. All right, she making an air bubble under the underwater. But magic, it's just like just energy, manipulation. Okay, be able to draw the water out of somebody without CPR. Okay, remove the sweat from somebody. Okay, this is the scene I was looking for. See how she's doing the little fish? Okay, she used the water to make animals. Okay. All right. That's the scene that I was looking for. But anyway, so that's what that is. All right. For those of you who were sometime, we have to give reference so people will see what that is. So, things like that. Water is magnetism. All right. Boy, I even forgot where I was. Okay, all right. And he will learn how to make the element of water subject to his will in order to have any water animal under his control. All right? Crazy. This genius willingly discloses all the treasures that are hidden under the surface of the water. Okay, and he allows new mineral springs, that is healing springs, to be discovered. Okay, if you want a healing springs to be discovered, that can be, it could do this. That's right. Maybe Moses used this part of the Red Sea. Maybe Moses' staff, when he hit the Red Sea and then he controlled the water. Now we understand more and more how our ancestors used to do those things. Okay, all right. Damabiah or Damabiah is an initiator of hydrotherapy. So Damabiah is really good with water, water angel. Well, of course, it's not a water angel, but it's really good with water. Hydrotherapy. Therefore, not only does he teach the student how to load the water element magically and kabbalistically with particular powers, he also teaches the student how to employ the water element for healing purposes. This genius helped the student in all his undertaking and word and deed. Crazy, all right? Manakel, 66. If the student is trying to recover lost goods, he should turn to this genius for help, for he will help him discover all things and treasures that are hidden. Besides that, he entrusts the student with methods where he will attain an enlightened intellect. He also teaches him how to express any idea kabbalistically and numerically. Furthermore, this genius will teach the student how to equilibrate disharmonies, in particular those caused by the influences of the moon. All right? Okay? By the moon. The moon causes a lot of disharmony if you're not in harmony. Crazy. Furthermore, I already read that. Through this, the student is given the opportunity to cure any kind of epilepsy, St. Vitus dance, somnambulism, okay, sleepwalking, etc., in a magical Kabbalistic manner or through talismanology. Okay. Furthermore, the student learns how to get vegetation under his control and to influence it at his discretion. For example, how to promote and stop the growth of plants. How to promote and stop the growth of plants. You can make plants grow, you can stop them from growing. In addition, he learns how to influence water animals to gather fish in one location. You don't even go fishing. You just go in one location and then you just do what you're gonna do, and all the fish gathered there, and then you just take whatever that you want to take. Or you just tell the fish, hey, go get me all the rings, jewelries, and stuff that people drop in the ocean. You'll be able to build a giant castle by melting all those gold and stuff like that. Crazy. I mean, that's what I would have done, In addition, we just read that. Yes, he learns how to influence water animals to gather fish in one location, even the largest and most dangerous, and he learns how to tame crocodiles. Furthermore, he learns how to influence the character of any person and change it at his discretion. He will learn how to correctly interpret dreams that depict the truth. The student is offered many other magical possibilities in regards to our physical world through contact with this genius. All of them are cool, brethren. 67. Eiael. Eiael is a fabulous initiator of occult knowledge, in particular magic and Kabbalah. He reaches the student to attain the highest enlightenment through through this knowledge to attain absolute perfection and to overcome all influences and obstacles on the path of perfection. Under the guidance of this genius, the student will be able to control nature above all the world of plants, and he will be able to perform miracles through nature magic, which are known only to a few students. This genius will gladly assist any student who endeavors to contact him and attain success, honor, fame, and esteem, provide that is the student requested. Okay. 68. Habuhiah. This genius teaches the student all the various treatment for ailment humankind, even if it concerns the most difficult cases, such as COVID. And at the same time, he initiates the students into occult anatomy and hermetic medicine. The student learns the preparation of alchemical remedies for various ailments. He also learns how to achieve great things in nature, magic, for example, how to increase the fruitfulness of the soil in a magical Kabbalistic manner. Of course, he will also learn the opposite, that is, how to make an entire tract of land barren. You heard that? Not only this will teach you how to make the land fertile, it can show you how to make the land infertile. That is why we have masters walking around the earth doing those things around the earth, causing those wildfire, causing this. Angel, masters, people, we don't know. At least that's why Big Levi say. Go ahead, you tic-tac degenerate scumbag. You can take this and run with it. But with the help of Habuhiah, the student will turn enemies into friends. He will also be able to awaken love among people, whether male or female. He will also be able to raise their level of love for each other. 69. Rochel. He teaches the student how to locate a thief, even the most ingenious one, regardless of where he might hide. This is accomplished either through the Akasha principle or with the help of spiritual beings. The student also learns through special methods how to influence thieves to such an extent that they betray themselves or return the stolen goods. Wow. He will also learn how to stop thieves who endeavor to escape, and through Kabbalistic methods, he will be able to paralyze them as long as he deems it necessary. Rochel is a patron of justice, and he helps the student at any time in his right and to win his court case. This genius can be called upon in any kind of predicament. 70. Damabiah. He teaches the student how to call forth the greatest magical phenomena with magical Kabbalistic methods. The student learns how to read and affective through the Akasha principle, and he learns how to use the light magically in all three planes. Furthermore, the student will become acquainted with special methods that concern the ability of astral and mental travel. In addition, the student will learn how to dematerialize and materialize his own person as well as other person and object, and he will also learn how to acquire the ability to transfer object over a vast distance. Teleportation. Crazy, man. Damabiah leads the student to the path of enlightenment and the highest bliss. He can also initiate the student into all sexual mysteries, whether concerning the procreation of a child or magic vault. The student, the advantage that this genius can offer a magician cannot be expressed in mere words. Rochel 69. Well, no, that was Damabiah. 71. Eiael, the name of the 71st angel. Under the guidance of this genius, the student learns to be absolute master over every situation. Whatever situation you name it, you'll be master over it. He also learns how to get out or even most oppressive situation, how to make his enemies subservient, and help all those who are persecuted by their enemies by their destiny. Ahasaya has method of his disposal, with which the student can increase his magical powers such an extreme as to eventually achieve miracles. This genius is in every aspect an excellent teacher and aid of the student. And the last one, Mumaya. Mumaya, he is the outstanding initiator of magic and the Kabbalah. Under his guidance, the student will be able to succeed in any sphere with every magical operation. This genius helps the student become aware of any obstacle in his path, and he tells him how this obstacle can be removed. At the same time, Mumaya is also the art initiator in alchemy, metaphysics, astrophysics, in particular in occult medicine. Therefore, he has the ability to instruct the student how any ailment can be successfully treated and how total health and long life can be attained with magical, Kabbalistic, or alchemical methods. This genius, okay, the student magician, the student information about about the preparation of the stone of the sages. They talk about the stone of the sages a lot, okay, about alchemical quintessences, about many other things in this respect. He considered to be the patron of all physicians who occupy themselves with magic, Kabbalah, and alchemy. Okay, this conclude the informative description of the 72 genii of the Mercurian sphere. Should the student completely control this sphere as well, then he has become an excellent spheric student. I place great importance on the control of the intelligence of the zone girdling the earth, the moon sphere, and the Mercurian sphere. Since these three spheres are closest to the student and correspond to the physical, astral, and mental worlds, this is very important right here. You need to master those three zones. That is if you wish to continue with this thing. You need to master the zone girdling the earth, the zone girdling the moon, and the zone girdling Mercury, because all three of them are connected to the mental, to the physical, mental, and astral. Once you master those three, you're good to go to the next. And the next will be Noga. And Noga don't play that, man. Let me finish with this one. Excuse me. Therefore, I urge the spheric student to become absolute master over these three spheres and their intelligences. During his magical and evocative operation, the student will discover on his own that through contact with these three spheres and their intelligences, genii and subordinate beings can be attained anything he wishes to an extent of which a magically untrained person has not the slightest idea. This book offered the student such a great choice of intelligences to fulfill his wishes that he does not require a second book for this purpose. I should also like to bring to the attention to the student the fact that each intelligence is described in this book, regardless of which zone or sphere it belongs, can bestow knowledge and wisdom upon the student in accordance with his maturity and development to such an extent that an entire book could be dedicated to each intelligence, the content of which would be riveting, and extremely fascinating. My brief description are merely points of reference for the student that they are served to him in his future practical work. How many different kinds of methods and practices, how much knowledge and wisdom he gained in his own affair. However, one thing is certain, on account of his contact with these intelligences and having the intelligence of the cosmic hierarchy under his control, the spheric student is walking on the path of perfection. Therefore, the possibility exists he can become a true adept. We are done. Give the Most High great praise, great glory. Let me re-emphasize at the end what they said. They said, you must, that is if you wish to become one of the spheric magician or spheric student, you must become absolute master over those three spheres, the zone girdling the earth first, the zone girdling the moon, then the zone girdling Mercury. Once you do that, you are on the path to become an adept. and Adep is like a super god, so to speak. All right. Now, they say those things are not limited. Each of those individual can fill a whole book. Okay. They said what they give you a reference, just like the Bible. The Bible is a book of reference. The Bible refer you to a verse or psalm. You go ahead, you dissect it, and then you bring all the knowledge that is in there. Through this book, we connect certain things to Moses, to stuff, So it is up to you. The knowledge is all out there. It is up to whatever you're gonna do with it. You are not limited by this book, or no, you are limited to the 70 principle or whatever. So yes. Just to let you know, when we get involved with the initiation into Hermetic, it's gonna be members only. Most likely it's gonna be members only, because those information cannot go out there for anybody to access it. You must have you gonna have to make the decision for you to say, yes, I want to access this, or you study it on your own. Of course, you got the book. It could begin like this. Okay, we're done with all the zone, girdling. We study all the zone. We haven't studied the book of from front to back though, but we study all the zones and stuff. If we have time, we could study the whole book from page one. But I did promise, once we're done with these things, we will study the black pullet. Okay, we will take the black pullet probably tomorrow, Shabbatai. We will study the black pullet, so to speak. They have sister. Thank you for the sister that contact me. The book, the black pullet. Not only they have the book, they also have a pentacle for them, and they are about $2,000. It's 20 pentacle for about $2,000. They just cheap. About $2,000. They just cheap. If I had $2,000, I would buy them. But since we are learners right now, we are learning. So I will make them myself once I learn how to do it. Crazy, man. Before we leave you in peace, brethren, any question? Any question related to this or tomorrow, experiment that the nation is going to do? If you do not have no question, we will leave you in peace. $8:28. Thank you for writing down the experiment. Do the best that you can. Say your own prayer. Talk with your own heart. You don't need to follow the exact same thing that I say or will do. All right, then, beloved, I'll say fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the King reign forever. Study to show thyself approve. Remember, whatever a man soweth, a woman soweth. Okay, whatever that you sow, you will harvest. Unfortunately, I can't go over the experiment. It's in the prayer. You need to watch the prayer, and then it's in there. Okay, shalom.